Well, the red poppy is all about remembrance. Obviously, it's started in the 1920s, especially after the First World War, but then it's carried on throughout that time, over 100 years now, since the Legion was formed, and it is, the central badge, as it were, for remembrance. But of course, it's not just remembrance; it's also to commemorate the service of all those who have been in the armed forces and who continue to serve. So it's about remembrance, but also about thanking those who have served in the wider service community.
And when people buy poppies, there's a collection. What does that money go towards?
Well, the money goes to help veterans, especially veterans who are either working for the British Legion directly. The Legion has a number of factories producing poppies and things like that, memorabilia really. But mainly it goes to the wider forces community, veterans especially, to help them with any sorts of problems, whether it's to help them with housing, to help them with finding a job, to help them with any sort of welfare issues. So especially in the UK, we're quite lucky in Gibraltar that we don't have to do that much, but we do help quite a number of local veterans, and indeed people who come in from up the coast who ask advice, who might need some special assistance. So that's where the bulk of the money goes from the collection.
And there are a number of events surrounding Poppy Day as well, including Armistice Day coming up.
Yes, exactly. Armistice Day is specifically for the First World War, and here in Gibraltar it's to commemorate our local fallen. Hence why we have the memorial at the lobby of the House of Assembly, where we have a tablet with the number of Gibraltarians who died in the First and Second World War especially. And then obviously the main Remembrance Sunday, which is a parade which is more collective in terms of the wider picture, and it's really for all conflicts. It's not just the First and Second World War, but all the conflicts that have taken part in since then.
I wanted to ask you about the resurgence of the white poppy, which has happened in recent years. People wearing white poppies to commemorate past, current and future wars.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, everybody's free to wear whatever symbol they want to use. The poppy is it's a very British thing. The French have a different symbol, and other countries have their own. The red poppy is not meant to glorify war. On the contrary, it's something for us to remember, and it's really not political. So therefore, my view is that if you want to wear something, wear the red poppy. But if you want to wear something different, it's really up to you. As long as people remember, the sacrifice of those who have gone before, and really help and think about, the current members of the armed forces and what they do for our country.
And of course, it's very poignant to remember those who have fallen in armed conflicts with a war currently going on in Europe.
Yes, of course. I think it's brought it starkly into perspective with what's been happening in the last, certainly this year in Ukraine. And we thought, we were very safe in Europe, but you can see that, conflicts and anything can happen at any given moment in time. So it's very important that we support our armed forces, and the armed forces especially feel that they have the support of the population, of the community which they serve.